We now move to La Liga action here for Friday. Pick one here from this one, Rayo and Getafe.
Yeah, Getafe last season they were horrible on the road. They won just one of their 19 away matches. Throughout the season, they had 10 losses and 8 draws, and they scored the fewest away goals in the La Liga with just 12. However, this season they kind of flipped the script. They have 1 win and 2 losses on the road. They've scored in all 3 away matches a total of 4 goals. So they've scored a third of the goals they scored in 19 matches last season in just 3 matches this season. Now, Rayo are 7-1 to the over 1.5 goals with an average of 2.8 goals per match. And at home, they're 3-0 to the over 1.5 goals with an average of 2.7 goals per match. And Getafe, they're 6-2 to the over 1.5 goals with an average of 3 goals per match. And on the road, they're 3-0 to the over 1.5 goals with an average of 4 goals per match. Over 1.5 goals is 11-2 in the last 13 matches between the two sides, regardless of venue. And over 1.5 goals is 12-0 in matches in this venue. There's a lot of 2-1 and 2-0 correct scores mixed in there as well. Last season, the 2 matches between the two sides had 7 and 3 cards respectively, so I expect a lot of cards here as well. But I just don't see Rayo losing at home against Getafe. Rayo, keep in mind that last season they were one of the best home sides in the La Liga, while Getafe were one of the worst sides in the La Liga. So, what do we get from all these stats? We get Rayo not losing and at least a couple of goals in this match. So we have a same game parlay of Rayo Vallecano or tie and over 1.5 goals at minus 112.
All right, Paul Lagouretos' finest picks over at Tony'sPicks.com. La Liga action here for Friday. Rayo and Getafe. He likes Rayo or tie and over 1.5 goals to return a minus 112. All right, let's continue on your stock sale here. Joined by Paul Lagouretos. Guys, if you missed any of our picks, we will do a complete recap here at the end of the show. Let's continue on. Continue here with this game. La Liga action for Friday here, 3 p.m. each time. Rayo and Getafe. Here's pick 2 from this one.
Okay, because some sportsbooks don't actually most of the big sportsbooks offer same game parlays, and the pick that I gave before is a same game parlay. Now, if you don't want to get involved, or if you are unable to find same game parlays in your sportsbook, you can alternatively pivot to taking the over 2 goals at minus 108. I see at least a couple of goals in this match. Keep in mind that if there's exactly 2 goals in that match, it's a push. That's why the first play actually covers you in the event of a 1-1 draw or a 2-0 win. But if you can't find same game parlays anywhere, you can take the over 2 goals at minus 108.
All right, Paul, I got his finest picks over at Tony'sPicks.com. Here we go. This is action here for Friday La Liga. For Friday, Rayo and Getafe. He likes in this one over 2 goals. In return, minus 108. All right, let's continue on here with Soccer Sale. Here, joined by Paul Lagouretos. And Paul, before we get to the recap, I want to let everybody know what you have going over at Tony'sPicks.com, as we've got to get this record update here. 35, 14, and 6 is the last 55 best bets. Been on absolute fire here for Paul over at Tony'sPicks.com. He is the top unit producer right now over at Tony'sPicks.com for the year. Now, these plays are all documented. You can verify those by going over to Paul's handicapper page and checking them out right there on the site. You can verify them under pick history. All right, Paul, a lot of action here. Midweek action, Champions League. We're getting into more action on Thursday, Big 5 on Friday. What do you have going over at Tony's Picks?
Okay, let me remind you that today is a Champions League day and I have several plays for tonight. I have a $15 early 3 p.m. Eastern feature bet. I have an early 3:30 p.m. Eastern Argentina play of the day. I have a play for today again, Champions League smart play. I have tomorrow on Thursday. I have 3 p.m. Eastern midday Europa League best bet and an early bird for $15 on the La Liga on Sunday. Now keep in mind, guys, that again, today is Champions League day. Tomorrow is Europa League. I have a play there as well. On the weekend, we have all the big leagues. And of course, the MLS playoffs are starting this weekend. And then next Tuesday and Thursday, we're going to have midweek matches in all the big leagues. So there's a whole lot of soccer going on now. Just try me out with a 3-day pass or a 7-day pass or even a monthly pass, because you know what happens in a month? The World Cup starts. So there's going to be a whole lot of soccer action. We got sides, totals, and sometimes I throw in some props there as complimentary picks, as well as the money lines or the totals. So 5 plays up for now and more plays to be loaded for the weekend. But I just want to see what happens in today's Champions League matches and tomorrow's Europa League matches before I make my final plays for the weekend.
That's right, guys. I got with Paul Lagouretos over at Tony'sPicks.com. 35, 14, and 6. Last 55 best bet premiums. That is all documented over at Tony'sPicks.com. Action right now here, top of the hour, and Argentina play of the day right now. So get on board there, as well as an early 3 p.m. Eastern time featured bet here, Champions League action. So get on board. Also Europa League action there Thursday. Best bets and more over at Tony'sPicks.com. So get on board with Paul Lagouretos. A smart play here from the Champions League, a best bet right now on the board. Lots of individual plays here from Paul, but if you'd like to try them out here, that weekly All Sports Pass is a really good value there. Get all of Paul's plays here for 7 days. All his premium plays, including all the midweek actions from Europa League. We've got also the Champions League in action, the Big Five. So 7 days, you'll get all of Paul's premium plays. So a really good time to get on board there with Paul Lagouretos over at Tony'sPicks.com. As you can see here, top unit producer at Tony's Picks right now for the year. And of course, as you scroll, you'll see the great records he's put together, and of course, all his premium plays that are up there. The long-term passes will serve you guys well here. That 7-day All Sports Pass, get all of Paul's plays for 7 days. Even longer, you can go over to the 30-day. We got that 1 year pass here at the bottom. That will get you all of Paul's plays. For remember, this is a World Cup year, so all your World Cup action, all your premium plays from Paul for the year. He's proven to you a great handicapper here at Tony'sPicks.com. Great on the European football as well as in South America, North America, you name it. He spans the globe. So get on board here with these long-term passes. And we're going to go ahead and save you some money here when you use this promo code TonyT at checkout. You can access Paul's page by clicking the link in the description. Click on the All Cappers tab and get signed up. Of course, that is good on any of the passes up there. You could use it here on the long-term passes. You could use it on the individual plays. Now, you notice the buttons here in orange. Those are profit guarantee, must turn a profit, or the amount you purchase is credit back into your account. That's profit guarantee. Not so on the long-term passes because they're already sold at a great discount. But there you go. So you make the choice. You make the call. Use that promo code as much as you like. As you can see it here right on the site, and get on board here with Paul Lagouretos. He's the top unit producer over at Tony'sPicks.com. All right, let's continue on here with the show here, joined by Paul. And Paul, it is now time here for the recap.
Okay, starting off with Barcelona versus Inter Milan, 3 p.m. Eastern tonight. Goes live in about 28 minutes from now. We're taking the over half a penalty kick at plus 210. Great price here. Moving on to Leverkusen versus Porto. Again, 3 p.m. Eastern tonight. We're going to take the over 5.5 cards at minus 113. I keep saying tonight because it's nighttime here in Greece, but it's daytime over there in the US. Now, Plzen versus Bayern Munich, 3 p.m. Eastern. We're going to take the Plzen over 2.5 cards at plus 165. And then final play is La Liga on Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern. Rayo Vallecano versus Getafe. First play from this match is Rayo or tie, and over 1.5 goals in the same game parlay at minus 112. If you can't find the same game parlay, or if you don't want to play it, you can alternatively take the over 2 goals at minus 108.
There you go. That's the recap here from Paul Lagouretos. This 5-pack for you guys here. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, set notifications, be live with us. So when Paul gives out these plays for games to start within about half an hour, you can be here to get them, and of course get the best numbers when you place your bets, guys. So make sure you like, subscribe, and set notifications. Okay, remember to get Paul's best bets, just click the link in the description, the All Cappers tab, and get signed up to one of his long-term passes or his individual plays, his best bets as he's been on fire. 35, 14, and 6 in his last 55 best bet releases over at Tony'sPicks.com. So make sure you follow the link in the description and click the All Cappers tab, and you'll be able to get signed up there. All right, that'll do it here for this edition here of a game day, of Soccer Picks Daily, guys. Make sure you guys tune in again tomorrow live at 2:15 Eastern time. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring in Paul, and we'll get those great plays for you. I just want to make note here of our podcast. If you are out and about, you're working out, you're walking your dog, or you're outdoors, you can get every pick in podcast form. Never miss a pick from Paul. When you download our podcast, available on all major platforms, every pick is in podcast form. That's right, every pick. So every pick, we strip the picks out of here, we put them up on YouTube, we strip the audio, we upload them to the podcast. It's labor intensive, but it's for you guys out there. So we make sure that every pick is in podcast form, so you'll never miss a pick. No excuse if you can't see videos. We understand there's sometimes you can't check out the videos, right? But there's no reason why you can't put on your little headset and then listen to the podcast and get every pick here from Paul on our podcast. Tony's Picks Podcast. Find it on all major platforms. All right, that's going to do it here for this edition here of Soccer Picks Daily, guys. Make sure you guys tune in again tomorrow live at 2:15. We'll do it all over again. All right, we're going to wave goodbye to you guys. You guys have a great afternoon, evening. We'll talk with you again tomorrow here on Soccer Picks Daily.